Now folks, as a friendly reminder, we do ask everyone to keep all hands inside of the train, including all body parts, which includes the legs. Thank you. Contact with a stationary object outside of the train will cause serious injury. So once again, please keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs in the train. Thank you. By August Busch Jr. for his wife Trudy as a Valentine's Day gift. It is a steel inverted roller coaster, meaning the track is overhead instead of below you, leaving your feet and legs free to dangle. To be able to see the reticulated giraffes. The reticulated giraffes span in height between 60 to 18 feet and a 360-degree field of vision, and a few animals are seen for color. They do a majority of things standing up, eating, drinking, sleeping, and yes, they give birth standing up. The small light-tan animals coming up on our left are the impalas. Now folks, just to let you guys know the train that you are riding on, actually all three of our trains here at the park are real working fully functional steam trains, smaller in size. They are 3/4 scale replicas of trains that were used by either Europeans in Africa during the 1800s and 1900s or by Americans in the Midwest at the turn of the 19th century. We run on propane instead of Where coal like the trains that we modeled after. This way we are clean burning and safer for the environment. On our left-hand side, we have our Grand Zebras. Now with Grand Zebras, their stripes go all the way around their bodies, and contrary to popular belief, the stripes are not a black and white color, they're actually a brownish white color. So folks, if you want to see an animal with true black and white stripes and you get loud and annoying, just get tickets to your next football game with 4 referees. Now folks, I also forgot to mention the track that we are riding on is about 2.5 miles in length all the way around. Now, if you guys look to your left-hand side, you'll see 3 palm trees directly across from us in a series of rocks. The grayish and white shaggy-looking animal by itself, that is a wildebeest. Wildebeest travel in herds during their yearly migration. The largest herd to be recorded was about 1 million strong. We also have our rhinos off to the left-hand side here. With rhinos, they are known as the white rhino. It is believed that the name the white rhino became from a mispronunciation and misunderstanding of the word wide, as in their wide mouth that actually helped them pick up branches and leaves off the ground. They travel in herds known as a crash. They weigh in at 6,000 pounds throughout their lifetime. And they're very shy creatures, but if threatened, they will charge, just like my ex-girlfriend with my credit cards. You know, I was just reading something about the toucan bird earlier. Yes, the toucan bird. They do something called beak wrestling. The only drawback is only 2 can do it. Now folks, in just a moment, coming up on our right, we will have the sable antelope, dark tan looking animal. The sable antelope run in the matriarch society, meaning they are known for the white tail, my apologies, the white ring around their tails, and their heart-shaped noses.
They'd have to stop for that bird right there.
The right-hand side next here, they jump over one another in a zigzag pattern to confuse predators that are chasing, giving chase. Now folks, we're about to enter a tunnel ahead. We do ask everyone to remain seated for your safety. Our next stop is the Congo train station, close to Kumba. The bumper car is jumping. Alright, real quick, you guys can hear me, right? Okay, perfect. Sorry, the audio system went out for a second. Now I know what it's like to be at a Britney Spears concert. Oh, sorry, did I say that? Just kidding, guys, just kidding. Britney Spears has some good music. Now, folks, coming up on our right in just a moment before we enter the Congo train station, the Watusi cattle. The Watusi cattle, or the Watusi cow here, is named after the Watusi tribes in Africa. Within these tribes, they were seen as a sign of wealth, meaning the more you owned, the wealthier you were. They were used for the milk instead of the meat, and the horns can go to about 8 feet in length. And a complete stop in the station. Once you do gather all personal belongings with you, exit to the station side only. Exits will be located to the front and the back of the train. Also, our red and yellow train is heading to Nairobi on our left here. Feel free to wave hello to our engineers, other passengers, and conductors. Don't see any of that further remain seated for waiting for the appropriate stop to station. Alright, once again, this is Congo. Remain seated until I've given the all clear to leave the station. Actually, let me rephrase that. Please stay seated until I've given the all clear to leave the train.
Still have to walk.
Alright, folks, we are all finished. Again, it may or may not be in the middle of testing right now, as it's been experiencing mechanical technical issues for a little while now. Actually, guys, you're getting to see something interesting what the bottom of the Congo River looks like right now. It's a quarter-mile long replica of the actual Congo River, and if you don't believe me, you're just in denial. On our right, bongo antelopes known as the ghost of the forest, and on your left, jump gala, replacing the former Rhino coaster. Now, folks, we're about to enter a tunnel on our way to Stanleyville, very close to Walkabout Way, home of our kangaroo. Alright, folks, up ahead is the Stanleyville area of the park. Now we do ask everyone to remain seated until we have come to a full and a complete stop in the station. Once you do, gather all personal belongings with you and exit to the station side only. And exits will be located to the front and... Hey, I just celebrated my 6th year anniversary of the park back in March. I don't want to leave this job just yet.
Falcon's Fury is a drop tower, takes you 300 feet in the air, giving you a lovely, lovely view of the Tampa Bay area, and then it turns your chair, giving you an even lovelier view of the ground. Know her name, but I have named her Gertrude. So hey Gertrude. Also hello to our other train. Hey. No. Did you hear that? No disrespect. Watusi cattle are considered sacred animals by the Watusi. That's my personal favorite part of the belt. The employee pool. Sam, you're so funny. I know, thank you. But right next to the employee pool, we have the home of Jody, our black rhino. Black rhinos can weigh up to 3,000 pounds. And they're typically very, very territorial, which is why Jody has her own private island. But I like to think it's because she's a material girl, and she's too good for the rest of the animals on the belt. Now, if you look up and to the left on top of the hill, you might catch a glimpse of some reticulated giraffes, some gubby zebra, 8-axe antelope, eland antelope, and impala. Those are just some of the other animals that Busch Gardens has to offer out here on the Serengeti belt. For a better view of all of them, you have a few options. You can either stay on the train, it'll take you over to Congo and then to Stanleyville. You can take a walk through the edge of Africa, grab a bite to eat at the Serengeti Overlook, stop by the Serengeti Outpost, and purchase a truck safari tour. Or you could even technically take a ride on Tobuscus or Montu, which are both located in the Egypt area of our park.
I've never seen a roll like that. No, wait.
And now coming up on the left side of the train over the ditch and through the trees, we have the home of our Nyala or Nyala antelope. Nyala antelope are sexually dimorphic animals, meaning the males and the females look completely different from each other. These smaller brown ones with the vertical stripes on their backs are the female Nyala. We do have one male Nyala. His name is Tiberius. He's a little bit bigger with dark gray shaggy hair and horns. Now we do have some babies out there, so be sure to be on the lookout. And fun fact about Nyala is that when they're born, they look a lot like the females. But if they're males, as they get older, they start to grow horns, and eventually their fur starts to change colors so they look more like my guy Tiberius. Raise your hand if you saw Tiberius. Liars. Raise your hand if you saw the babies. Truthers. We are now approaching our Nairobi train station. This station is closest to our Asian elephants. If you're not sure how to find them, just follow the smell. It may not be pleasant, but hey, it'll lead you to the elephants. We're also close to Pantopia, which is home to Dragonfire Grill and Falcon's Fury. We're right next to the Animal Care Center and the Serengeti Outpost, where you can purchase a truck. So